Earth Release Barrier, Earth Prison Dome of Magnificent Nothingness. In Naruto, the Earth Prison Dome of Magnificent Nothingness stands out as a unique Earth-style jutsu that's both defensive and offensive. It was famously used by Jirōbō, one of the Sound Four under Orochimaru's command. This jutsu isn't just a big wall or shield, it's a full-on strategy tool. When activated, the user creates a giant dome made of earth that traps enemies inside. What's scary is that the dome can repair itself if it gets damaged, and even more terrifying, it drains chakra from anyone stuck inside. What makes this jutsu really dangerous is how it turns the enemy into a source of energy. During the mission to rescue Sasuke, Jirōbō used this technique to trap Chōji, Naruto, and the others. While they were stuck inside and losing chakra, Jirōbō was getting stronger. It's a rare mix of trapping and chakra absorption that you don't usually see in Earth-style techniques. But no jutsu is perfect. The dome's weak point is on the opposite side of the user, a detail that Shikamaru's team cleverly figured out and used to break free. Earth Release, Added Weight Rock Technique. Added Weight Rock Technique is a unique Earth-style jutsu that shows how powerful subtle control can be. Instead of creating big rocks or walls, this technique lets the user increase the weight on a target. It's one of the signature moves of the third Tsuchikage, Onoki. When he uses it, he can make his enemies feel heavier and heavier, so much that they can't move, and in extreme cases, their bodies start to turn to stone and break under the pressure. We got to see how strong this technique really is during the Fourth Great Ninja War. Onoki teamed up with Gaara to take on Madara Uchiha and his Susanoo clones. Onoki increased the weight of the clones, while Gaara used his sand to trap and crush them. It was a perfect combo, and showed how deadly this jutsu can be when used right. What makes this technique even cooler is that it works both ways. Onoki can also use it on himself. He becomes way heavier and way stronger, like a human wrecking ball. But there's a trade-off. He moves a lot slower. That's why this move needs real skill and experience. If you're not careful, a fast enemy can dodge your attacks and turn your extra weight into a weakness. Earth Release, Double Suicide Decapitation Technique. This jutsu is actually super cool, but it didn't really get the attention it deserved. It was first introduced early in the series by Kakashi Hatake. The idea is simple but sneaky. The user hides underground, grabs the enemy's legs, and pulls them down, leaving only their head sticking out above the surface. The scary name makes it sound like it was meant to be a deadly execution move, maybe by cutting off the enemy's head while they're trapped. But in Naruto, it was mostly used as a teaching tool. In the famous Bell Test, Kakashi used this jutsu to teach Sasuke a painful lesson about overconfidence. A skilled jonin like Kakashi doesn't need much chakra to pull it off, but the result is powerful. The enemy is completely stuck, unable to move or fight back. That's the real strength of this jutsu. It's practical, effective, and perfect for certain situations. Unlike flashy earth release moves, this jutsu doesn't look impressive at all, but in the right hands, it's deadly. It's all about surprise. With this technique, even an average ninja can take down someone stronger with a well-timed sneak attack. But of course, it has weaknesses. It only works on one person at a time. It's useless on hard or rocky ground, and if the opponent is strong enough, they can break free. That's why this move is best for sneak attacks or capturing someone, not for big battles where you need wide range or explosive jutsu. Later on in the series, most fights became huge battles with ninjas throwing around jutsu like they're wizards, so there wasn't really a place anymore for techniques like this. Earth Release, Earth Flow. This jutsu is wild. Earth Flow Divide shows the crazy power of a ninja who can tap into the dragon veins, those mysterious energy flows running deep underground. When using this jutsu, the user sends chakra through their hands and into the ground, shaking the earth and splitting it open to create deep, dangerous trenches. What makes this technique so special is the insane level of control it gives. The user can choose the direction, length, width, and even the curve of the cracks in the ground. It's like turning the battlefield into your own giant sandbox sculpture, designed to mess with your enemy's plans. But this isn't just about attacking. It's also a powerful battlefield control move. You can split up enemy formations, cut off reinforcements, or even build a quick defensive moat. It's not about hitting one target, it's about changing the whole map of the fight. Of course, with great power comes great chakra control. Not just anyone can pull this off. You need to be a high-level ninja with serious chakra management skills and the ability to sense dragon veins under the ground. Basically, this jutsu is not for amateurs. Earth Release, Earthshore Return. This jutsu is basically turning the ground into your personal shield. Earthshore Return is a defensive earth release technique first shown by Jirōbō from the Sound 4. It's simple but super effective. Just slam your hands on the ground, and then a huge wall of earth shoots up in front of you to block incoming attacks. What's cool is that later, Kabuto Yakushi upgraded this move into something even more impressive. With his version, called Strange Transmission Distant Shadow, he could raise walls not just in front, but from both sides too, making it a full defense move that was strong enough to block Amaterasu. The power of Earthshore Return doesn't come from flashy explosions or massive destruction. It's all about speed and reliability. Jirōbō used it early in the series to block attacks from Shikamaru's team. It's fast to use and super easy to pull off. Just slam and shield. But yeah, it does have some limits. It only protects one direction unless modified like Kabuto's version, and you need to be standing on usable terrain. No pulling this off on metal floors or water. Earth Release, Earth Spear. Earth Spear is easily one of the best personal defense-offense jutsu in Naruto. It's mainly used by Kakuzu from the Akatsuki, and it's brutal. When activated, the user sends earth chakra through their body, making their skin turn dark and hard as diamond. This doesn't just make them nearly indestructible, it also boosts their strength in close combat big time. What makes Earth Spear so special is that it turns your body into both a shield and a weapon. Most earth jutsu involve controlling rocks or the ground around you, but this one, nah. Your whole body becomes the weapon. During the fight with Naruto's team, Kakuzu took tons of hits and barely flinched, then delivered punches strong enough to crush solid rock like it's nothing. Now, even though this move makes you feel invincible, it's not totally OP. Like everything in Naruto, there's elemental balance. Earth loses to lightning, so if someone uses a lightning jutsu, yeah, they can pierce right through that diamond-hard skin. That's how Kakashi got him. Still, in Kakuzu's hands, who has massive chakra reserves, it's scary powerful. He can keep that toughened form active for a long time, turning into a living tank that charges into battle without caring about pain. It's a perfect fit for Kakuzu's brutal, no-mercy fighting style. Earth Release, Earthstyle Rampart. This is the move Yamato used, and honestly, it's a low-key beast of a jutsu. Earthstyle Rampart lets the user shape the ground into huge structures, like massive walls for defense or sloping hills to attack. By sending chakra into the earth, the user can raise and mold the terrain however they want. What makes this jutsu stand out is how flexible it is. You want a wall, a mountain, a huge ramp? It's all up to your imagination and how good you are at chakra control. The possibilities are almost endless. In terms of scale, Earthstyle Rampart is one of the most powerful earth jutsu. It can completely change the shape of the battlefield in seconds. But there's a catch. It takes a lot of chakra, especially if you want to build something big or complicated. So yeah, it's strong, but not game-breaking. The sad part, even though this jutsu is super useful and looks cool, it barely gets used in real fights. Earth Release, Subterranean Voyage. Earth Release, Subterranean Voyage is one of the most clever and unique Earth-style jutsu in Naruto. Unlike most Earth techniques that focus on using solid rock or heavy ground, this one turns the earth into something smooth and soft, kind of like water, so the user can move underground quickly and quietly. Kisame Hoshigaki, also known as the Chakra Monster and a member of the Akatsuki, used this jutsu in an amazing way. He combined it with his chakra-absorbing sword, Samahada, to create sneak attacks that were super hard to predict. The enemy never knew where or when he would pop up, and that made the technique even scarier. Unlike hiding like a mole technique, which is more about staying hidden, Subterranean Voyage is all about speed and surprise. It lets the user swim through the ground and strike from below. In the hands of a powerful ninja like Kisame, this jutsu becomes a deadly tool for hunting down opponents. Like the ground itself becomes his personal ocean. Earth Release, Earthstyle Wall. Earthstyle Wall is one of the most common and reliable defensive jutsu in the Naruto world. It strikes a perfect balance between being simple and super useful. The user can create a solid wall of earth in two ways: by transforming chakra into earth and spitting it out from their mouth, or by placing their hands on the ground and raising a wall from the natural terrain. When Hiruzen used it in his fight with Orochimaru, it worked really well to block B-rank level attacks. But the real potential of this jutsu was shown in Kakashi Retsuden, where Kakashi created a massive earth wall that surrounded an entire village, held up under non-stop attacks, lasted for over a day, and could even repair itself from a distance. Pretty crazy, right? What makes Earthstyle Wall special is how versatile it is. It's not just a shield. You can also use it to trap enemies by boxing them in, or customize its shape. Kakashi even made a version that looked like a bulldog. While it's not the strongest earth jutsu out there, its real strength lies in how practical it is. The basic version doesn't need a ton of chakra, works in tons of situations, and grows stronger the better you get at using it. Compared to jutsu like Earthshore Return, which only blocks from one side, or Earthstyle Rampart, which takes creativity and a lot of chakra, Earthstyle Wall is like the gold standard. It's straightforward, effective, and can be used by everyone, from genin to cage, from one-on-one fights to large-scale defense. Earth Release, Golem Technique. Earth Release. Golem Technique is one of the most iconic Earth-style jutsu. It lets the user create a giant golem made of stone to fight alongside them. There are two ways to use this jutsu, either by spitting out earth and shaping it instantly, or by forming the golem using natural earth from the surroundings. What makes this technique stand out is that it brings the golem to life in a way. It's not just a pile of rocks, but a moving, powerful creature with insane strength. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, the third Tsuchikage Onoki used this jutsu to protect himself and his allies from white Zetsu attacks, showing how useful it is in real battle situations. The size of the golem can change depending on how much chakra the user puts in and what they need it for. That gives this jutsu a lot of flexibility. The golem is super strong and durable. It can crush enemies with its jaws and even take a direct explosion. But it's not perfect. It moves slowly and uses up a good amount of chakra to keep active. Compared to other earth jutsu, like Earthstyle Wall or Earth Spear, Golem Technique stands out for being both offensive and defensive. It's one of the most well-rounded and impressive earth release moves out there. Explosive Clay. It is one of the most unique techniques in the Naruto world, combining earth release with explosion release. A rare Keki Genkai used by Deidara. Unlike most Earth-style jutsu that focus on defense or terrain manipulation, this one turns clay into deadly, artistic explosives of all shapes and sizes. Deidara, the explosive-loving and creative member of Akatsuki, stole a forbidden jutsu from Iwagakure and implanted mouths into his palms. With them, he could mold chakra into clay and create bombs ranked from C1 to C0. Each level more powerful and deadly than the last. The explosive clay system reflects Deidara's tactical genius. C1 creates small birds, spiders, or bugs that are quick and perfect for scouting or surprise attacks, like the ones he used against Gaara. C2 is a massive clay dragon that acts both as transportation and a mobile bomb factory, spitting out mines to litter the battlefield. Just like during his fight with Sasuke. C3 is a giant human-shaped bomb meant for mass destruction, powerful enough to wipe out an entire village if Gaara hadn't stepped in. C4, also called Karura, is Deidara's deadliest masterpiece. It releases millions of microscopic bombs that destroy cells upon inhalation, specially designed to counter Sharingan users. Finally, C0 is his ultimate art, a massive self-destruction technique with a 10-kilometer blast radius, where Deidara turns himself into a living bomb. What makes explosive clay terrifying is its versatility and sheer destructive scale. From stealth missions to blowing entire landscapes off the map, very few jutsu can be used in as many different tactical scenarios. It stands out as a full-blown arsenal, turning art into a weapon and death into a masterpiece. Earth Release, Hiding Like a Mole Technique. Earth Release, Hiding Like a Mole Technique is one of the more subtle and clever Earth-style jutsu in Naruto. It lets the user soften the ground like sand by sending chakra into it, allowing them to move underground freely, just like a real mole. What makes this technique special is how quietly it works. As the user moves through the earth, the ground goes back to normal behind them, leaving no trace. It's basically the perfect stealth move. Skilled users like Kakashi Hatake used it in smart ways. For example, in the Bell Test arc, Kakashi sneaked under the ground and surprised Sasuke by grabbing him with the double suicide decapitation technique. It showed how this jutsu can be both a stealth tool and a surprise attack move. Tactically, it's a great technique for sneak attacks. You can completely hide underground, gather intel, or pop up and strike from where the enemy least expects. When combined with shadow clones, it becomes even better. Clones distract the enemy on the surface, while the real ninja sets up the real hit from below. But like every jutsu, this one has its limits. It doesn't work well on terrain without soil, like water or metal floors. And if the enemy has chakra sensing abilities, or special eyes like the Byakugan, they might still detect the user underground. Still, hiding like a mole. Technique really captures that classic ninja vibe. Stay hidden in the shadows, and strike when your enemy lets their guard down. Earth Release, Lightweight Rock Technique. Earth Release, Lightweight Rock Technique is one of the most unique and surprising Earth-style jutsu in Naruto. Unlike most Earth techniques that are all about heaviness and solid defense, this jutsu does the opposite. It makes things super light, even lighter than air. The one who really mastered it is Onoki, the third Tsuchikage of the Stone Village. People even called him the Flying Old Man because he could float and fly around the battlefield like it was nothing. Here's how it works. The user controls chakra to change the density of an object. That means they can make something heavy feel super light without changing its size or shape. Onoki used this jutsu on himself to fly and dodge attacks, and also to get a full view of the battlefield from above. He could also use it on other people or objects, which made it a super flexible move in battle. In the Fourth Great Ninja War, he even used it to reduce the weight of Madara's massive meteor. Earth Release, Opening Earth Rising Excavation. Earth Release, Opening Earth Rising Excavation is one of the most powerful Earth-style jutsu in the Naruto series. It's kind of like a mini volcano erupting from below, blasting anything underground straight into the air. What makes this technique so useful is that it turns the ground itself, where many ninja like to hide, into a deadly trap. The best part about this jutsu is that it shuts down one of the ninja world's favorite tricks, hiding underground. Anyone trying to sneak around below gets blasted up, totally off balance, and becomes an easy target for follow-up attacks. This move works really well when teamed up with long-range ninjutsu like fire or wind style. In a world where sneaky underground tactics are pretty common, Opening Earth Rising Excavation is the perfect counter, especially in large-scale battles. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.